with Master Chef Warren L. Booker Jr.
Let's see.
Alrighty, I'm not sure if I am live now, people. It just froze up. Let me see. Okay, I am live. I am so sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. Good evening. Welcome to the Potluck webcast. For some reason, when I was tuning in, it just kind of started to toggle and nothing happened. But anyway, I think we are on. Let me check. Let me double check to make sure that we're good. All right, so yeah, we are on live, and I do realize, people, I am in front of a green screen, so you're able to see through my shirt today, but that's okay because there's green right there. So with that being said, we kind of had a rough start, but that's all right. Life happens. It's about how you continue to keep on going. I am Master Chef Warren L. Booker Jr., and I thank each of you for tuning in on today. I want to start off with a few announcements, and one being I am still trying to work on building up, not trying, I'm still working on building up my YouTube presence and also my YouTube audience. So please, 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 if you have not done so, please do it at this time. Hello, people. This is Warren L. Booker Jr. Thank you so much. We have reached 100 subscribers. Actually, as of today, it's 149. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's keep it going. All right. So again, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube. We also know that this is graduation season, and one of the rewards of being a teacher, and especially a high school teacher, we get a chance to see the students as they end or begin their new journey in life. And I just want to call out a few graduates. I know I'm going to forget some people, but I am very proud of a lot of people that I know. One being one of my former students, Robin. Robin has done an extremely well job at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, and that's Robin Gunn to be exact. She graduated this past Saturday, summa cum laude, from the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, and she knows, and I know all the work that went in to getting her there. Also, Mr. UAP, Mr. Kevin Crumpton Jr., he also graduated this past Saturday with all A's and a B, majoring in, I think, biology pre-med or something like that. That is amazing. Also, another former student, Miani Ezel, who will be graduating from the University of Arkansas at Little Rock this Saturday. Sydney Williams, one of my mentees, has already graduated. Also, Sinitra Stewart, my cousin, Raven Worley, who will be graduating from Central High School, as well as Julio Castrillo, which is one of my students, as well as John Bradford and Jila Wilson. And Ephesian Brown will be graduating this weekend in Dallas, Texas. So I'm so excited about that. Now, I do want to handle a little bit more business. There is one of my classmates that is currently missing. And of course, we've been hearing about this a whole lot lately. And as you can see, I placed a picture right here. So you can see that her name is Maria Grice. So they're asking if you've seen anyone in the Little Rock area. Please make sure that you contact Miss Gladys Hall Foots at 870-329-7495. Her family has filed a missing persons report. They will appreciate any information that you may have. So this is a picture of Maria Grice. She should be around the age of 40, 41. And again, people just help out because this has been happening a lot lately, and you just never know. You just never know what's going on. So make sure that you can help if you are able to do so. If you see her, if you hear from her, make sure that you let her family know that what's going on and that she is okay. So today's appetizer, I like sharing my appetizers with you guys. I don't have any sous chefs on here with me today, but here is our appetizer. Don't worry about what to wear today. Your smile goes with any clothes. Again, don't worry about what to wear today. Your smile goes with any clothes. And the truth be told, I'm wearing a shirt today, and that's it. But most importantly, I'm wearing a smile. And I challenge you to do the same, So that's appetizer for today. The book of Kebab is sometimes clothing gives a whole new meaning to I can't breathe. It's your business, not mine. I'll call 911 if necessary. My because my first aid and CPR has expired. I did not renew it this year. So if you want to be choked, buttons about to pop, hey, that's on you. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I would not judge you. So that brings me to my topic, which today is the feature menu item is dang. That's tight. Again, the feature menu item today is dang. That's tight. Okay, so a few months ago, I was minding my own business and I was perusing through social media, and I ran across a photo that displayed a human that was adorned in a black shirt. That was definitely a test of his faith. He has the faith the size of a mustard seed, and he was wearing a shirt the size of a mustard seed. And some may say that he appeared to be happy. Some people may say he appeared to be unhappy. That's not for me to judge because, again, it's your thing. Do what you want to do. So, this is the picture that I'm referring to. And this gentleman right to the left of the screen, who is wearing the black shirt, I mean, it looks like those buttons are landing on the everlasting arm, but he did get it on. He did get it on. I can say this, some of my female cousins, we have literally had to stand on each side and jack them up, in jeans. Some may say that's unhealthy. Some may say, hey, do what you want to do. And that's where I am today. I'm not here to judge, but do what you want to do. But this is the picture. This is the picture that made me say, dang, that's tight. And of course, we know the word tight can be used meaning like that's good. I like that. But in this instance, it is literally tight. Now, this picture triggered several thoughts. Some were personal because I've had some situations where I've ordered from Wish.com, or I've ordered something and it was to fit an Asian or Chinese person, and it was fit totally different. And actually, I'm reminded of a time when I was right before production. I ordered the shirt. It came in the day of the production. We grabbed it, my team and I, and it was like, hey, we're going to put this on for curtain call after the production. And man, when I tell you that shirt was tight, it was tight, but I had nothing else to wear. And Melnika, I don't know if you'll be watching this, but Melnika, I remember your son Dejour was like, "Is that your shirt?" Because it kind of looked like a kid's shirt, but we made it do what it do. And of course, some people have their own opinions. What's tight? What's too tight? What's not too tight? And I'm jumping ahead, but that is that of that person's opinion. I personally know that I'm a buff guy. Got all these muscles and stuff, and I kind of like sometimes for my shirt to be a little tight so you can see my big buff muscles. That's up to me. Again, it's my thing. I do what I want to do. God created me in his image, so hey, that is perfect. To whose standard do we measure that by? But there is, I guess, based on the current trend of clothing that we have, a lot of things are slim fit, skinny fit, European cut. It's hard to go and find something that's not tapered at the legs. I mean, even we're dressing more relaxed, we're wearing joggers, but all of those are cut a lot tighter, and that's just kind of like the going trend. And I'm saying that to say there is nothing new about that. There's nothing new about that. Some people even argue, say, well, they're not made to fit certain people, and there are some things called fit models. And I mean, are they calling people who are made as you and I to be the fit models? Some probably are, some are not. So you have to look at who are these clothings designed for, or is that just a going trend? At one point, they said Tommy Hilfiger stated that he did not design his clothes for people of a certain race and with bigger body parts, if you will. And I guess that's his thing. He do what he want to do. But if you're comfortable, if you like it, I say go for it. Now, I do believe that there are some places in which, certain things are may be appropriate or may not be appropriate. But again, that's just my personal opinion. I recall the big baggy phase where everything was big. Here I was probably wearing a size 28 in pants and had a 36. Big 2X shirts. That was like in the 90s. I mean, that was a trend. But now, again, things are more fit and they are more close fitting. Now, with saying that, Oftentimes people, especially elders, sometimes talk bad about the younger generation and talk about the things that we do. And I'm just here to remind you, the same way with music. Listen to some of those blues songs a little closer. They're talking just as bad as the new songs, but the new songs are just blatant about it versus that were kind of like innuendos in those blues songs. Cheating in the next room. I'm gonna marry my mother-in-law. All that's low down. All that's talking about being whorish, you know. And the newer songs, they're talking about being whores. So it's kind of like the same thing. It's just packaged differently. And just to remind you, some of the elderly people, older people, yeah, that's the Jackson 5. Tight, tight fitted, bell bottoms. Ooh, they're showing skin. Crop tops, tight pants. You can see panty lines. Got loose at the ankles. Hmm. So that's not new. Men. Oh, is that a man with some Daisy Dukes on and a crop top? Oh, that's not new. Oh, I guess it's not. Oh, here go another man. Okay, with another crop top. Here goes some more bell bottoms. Oh, those are kind of tight fitted as well. Oh, so you're telling me it's nothing new. Styles oftentimes repeat themselves. They oftentimes repeat themselves, and that's basically what's going on now. But some people act like, "Oh, this brand new." And I mean, now I've always talked to people, older people, and you will always, if there's an older person in the room, you're going to see me gravitating to them because I want to gather and get knowledge from them. And I've had some people to talk to me, and it was men, and we're saying growing up, not only were girls, young girls, stuffing their bras with socks, some guys were stuffing their underwear with socks. And when they sit down, to make sure they pull their pants up so you can see what a print. Know your body. Know your body. And so there are some clothing that you have to be conscious of, some materials you have to be conscious of, whether it's going to reveal too much. I mean, if you have a thrust pelvis and well, yeah, just know your body. I want to say appropriate. Now, Lexi, my soror, she had some things to say about things being too tight or being tight. Some people may say it's up to that person to determine whether it's too tight. But she was talking to a young lady in church about her clothes, and I'll play that and then we'll discuss that a little more.
Your dresses be so tight. They be so tight. They be tight. And you need a girdle.
What you say, Mother?
A girdle. A girdle. A girdle. You need to wear a girdle. Because, listen, the best way I can explain it is this. When you walk around for offering, and I mean this in the best way possible, daughter, your butt looks like two men's is wrestling up under your dress. Yeah. It looks like this one is saying, I'm not going to give you the money I owe you. Yeah. And this man says, no, you're going to give me this money. Yeah. And he says, well, make me. And then right here is what it looks like under your dress. Every Sunday it's just, look at what I'm doing. I need you to look and pay attention. This is what it looks like your butt is going, like this. Yeah. Every Sunday. Now the deacons don't want it to change, but what me and Mother Turner is going to do at our Social Security check is we're going to get you a girdle. Yeah. We're going to get you a good one from Penny's. Penny's have the good girdles that hold you down. Do you understand what Mother's saying?
Thank you.
Because if not, you're gonna have another child. You already done had 6 by 6 different daddies. Am I right? Am I right? Holy Ghost! She needs.
Now, of course, we know that that's all coming, but there was some truths in it. And especially at church, it can be very distracting. You have to realize in church, people, you shouldn't be listening. You should be there for God. First off, you're human, you're a man, you're a woman, you have eyes, and you will see things. And remember, the church is the hospital. Everybody in there is not well. So there can be some things that can be triggering. Even for me, there are certain things that I won't wear to school that I may wear to, I mean, not to school, but to church, I may wear to a party. So be conscious and be wise of that. And she talked about she needed a girdle. They even make those for men. And if you have a stomach that hang down underneath, go down to your knees, then you may need to get a little song. Pick it up. Like the song says, if you have to reach way down, Jesus will pick it up. With that girdle will kind of pick you up and also hold some things in place. So hey, again, know yourself, know your body, and pick things that I like to look a certain way. I like to look nice, and I'm going to pick things that accent or accommodate my body type, because just because they make it don't mean that you have to wear it. Don't mean that it's made for your body type. And I know that we're now living in an era where spandex is, I mean, everybody's wearing. And I'm not saying, hey, if you want to wear it, wear it. It's not offending me. But if you feel comfortable in it, hey, if you don't feel, I mean, if you feel uncomfortable, then you may want to reconsider because there are some things that should not be shown publicly, regardless of what size you are. Because sometimes it seems as if we're wearing just wrappers, I mean, that are sealed tight, and there's nothing left for the imagination. You can see prints of everything, so I mean, when it's that time, it's just like unwrapping a wrapper, but you already know what's in there. So just to be mindful of that. And also, Lexi was not she was not discriminatory. She did not leave us out. She also talked about the men as well with the European cut suits. And she was stating that there were certain things that they were tired, or she was tired of seeing. And I think I deleted that one, unfortunately. Did I? Did I? Did I? I think I deleted that one. Let me see if I can add it real quick. Yep, and I can. All right, so while that one is loading, and I'm going to share that here with you here soon. I just learned that I can load something while I am on. That is real cool. That is good to know. But men, we're not excluded as well. As I stated, know your body and govern yourself accordingly. And here's what Lexi had to say about the men in the European suits.
I've seen them wearing their European cut suits and showing their packages off. Nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see the imprint of your package.
It's no good.
No, sir. I don't want to see it.
So, well, you think I can come back and whack here?
You should have never left.
So as I stated, men, we're not excluded as well. And believe me, and she called it a package. So that's what I call it. The women are looking, the women are watching. And I do realize that sometimes this stuff is intentional. So, to each his own. And as I stated earlier, I think that, you should know your body, just like flat front pants. I learned something about that. Sometimes it reveals more than what you want to show. And there's nothing new under the sun. Now, the ultimate question is, why? That person may just like to wear their clothes tight. I mean, that's up to them. And who determines tight? You may think they need a large, they may think that they need a medium. Hey, if they want to wear the medium, let them wear the medium. It's preference. Some people may do it for attention. Some people may have on something tight because of weight gain. I just wore a shirt the other day to an award ceremony. And of course, I prayed about the Lord enlarging my territory, and it has been enlarged by one specific. This territory has gotten enlarged. Yeah, and it was those buttons were on struggle. I was leaning on my everlasting arm. So that does happen. And some people are advertising. They're advertising their goods. But at the end of the day, none of that is our business. But again, when I saw this picture, I was like, dang, that's tight. Would I wear it? Probably not. But that's not for me to know. You know, hey, that's him. That's him. But there's nothing new under the sun. Tight clothes are not new. They did it back in the day, in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 70s. Actually, the 90s were more baggy. They were showing skin back then. So, people, when you're passing judgment, just be mindful and just remember your day. Remember the things that you did and the things that you wore. So with that being said, dang, that's tight. And you may see me out one day and say, dang, that's tight. But guess what? It's my business. Don't worry about what I have on. I believe in being comfortable. For me, a lot of my slacks now are actually joggers, but they look like slacks. I believe just in being comfortable. Just like jeans, I'm comfortable in clothes. There are sometimes the clothes get on my nerves, but I'm comfortable in clothes. So because I don't like walking out of the house looking like I'm about to go wash a car. That's just my personal opinion. So to each his own. Again, I saw that picture and it just reminded me or made me think like, dang, that's tight. And then I just kind of thought about the fact that there's nothing new under the sun, and that's not new. People have been wearing tight clothes for a very long time, and that's not going to change. There's nothing new now. We may go back to the baggy trend next year. We tend to wear what is trending, but there are different materials. Sometimes things appear to be tight, but they're not because now spandex is even in materials that look blue jeans. So um, just mind your own business and wear what you want to wear. That's my takeaway from it. And here's the dessert for today. Forget the rules. If you like it, wear it. Forget the rules. If you like it, wear it. Now, just expect whatever I don't want to say consequences, but if people have things to say, let them say what they're gonna say, and you wear what you want to wear. And then also another piece of dessert is style is a way to say who you are without having to speak. Again, style is a way to say who you are without having to speak. So, with that being said, what you're wearing, what is that saying about you? Are you looking like a yeah. What are you advertising? What are you looking like? Because people are still gonna, judge you based on what they see. And as I stated earlier about the smile, they'll see that, but then if they scan further and they see something different, people are gonna treat you accordingly. We say we don't judge, well, we do judge, we do stereotype. And again, you cannot judge a person by what they're adorned in or what they're wrapped in, meaning their clothing. Because there are some people that don't look like a doctor, they don't look like a this, but they are. And you never know. You may need those people, but needless to say, you know, uh, people wear tight stuff, and that's okay. That's their business. I just personally think that it's appropriate from some certain situations and some that is not. But I still would not pass judgment. Let those people wear what they want to wear. And actually, people, that is it. With in closing, I'm going to also just bring this to your attention again. Maria Grice is currently missing as of earlier today, and actually, she was hasn't seen family since Saturday. Um, she was at the St. Vincent North and then in Little Rock late Sunday night. So if you have any information, please contact Gladys Hall Foots at 870-329-7495 with any information because we definitely want to bring Maria home. And we know that there's been a lot of this going on here lately. There's a lot of things that are going on just with trafficking and this and that and the other. And it's been a lot of African American females. So it's up to us to look out for one another. Don't let people go outside with themselves. Always have an accountability person that knows where you are at all times. I mean, even if you're doing a sneaky link, call somebody and say, hey, this is where I really am. And try to answer your phone, have some point of communication or contact with those people. So, with that being said, I am Warren L. Booker Jr., the host. And let me see if y'all saying anything over here. Oh, my grandmother said different strokes for different folks. I totally forgot about the comment section on today. But with that being said, if there aren't any more comments, and I'm so sorry that I was not paying attention to the comment section, I'll linger around for a few more minutes if you have something else to say. And speaking of clothing, my grandmother, I mean, she is a diva. She knows how to dress, and she knows she be looking good. She said, "I just put clothes on." Just staying humble about it. But with that being said, I am Warren L. Booker Jr., Master Chef of the Potluck Webcast, which is soon to be internationally known. Thank you so much for tuning in. We acknowledge and eat what you bring. However, we will ask who cooked it, and if it's nasty, we're going to spit it out. And also remember, never to put raisins in our pasta salad. Not pasta salad, potato salad. I'm just messing up today, people. But have a blessed weekend. I know a lot of graduations are going on. So make sure that you celebrate those people. If we can celebrate somebody coming in, getting out of prison, we can celebrate them graduating from college, from high school, from trade school, whatever it may be, because that is the beginning to them rising to heights. So, with that, people, I am out of here. Love each of you and be blessed.